Well, hello dear viewers and welcome back to my channel. This is Wolf and today I will talk about Ultima Universe Timelines Part 2, Age of Enlightenment. If you have not watched Part 1 of the video, which is about prehistory and the Age of Darkness, please go back and watch it. The link will be in the description down below. The city-states of Caesarea unify and form Britannia. They elect Lord British as their leader. This event starts the Age of Enlightenment, which gives us dating system. But it's still not specific. So between 0 BC and 60 BC, Lord British forms the Great Council, which has representatives from each of the 8 cities. The system of virtues is created, and rights are given to the citizens of Britannia. Lord British declares start of Quest of Enlightenment. Many adventurers start the pilgrimage to become enlightened in different virtues. Erstrom, very powerful mage, living in the City of the Moon, protests 8 virtues, and alongside with corrupted mages and 2 other groups, people from Old Faun and Montor, leave for Serpent Isles. The City of Moon is renamed Moonglow. Another city is created around this time, Trinsic, City of Paladins. Lord British builds 3 shrines on the Isles of Fire. Gargoyle summons spirits of Mundane, Minax and Exodus to inhabit 3 Gargoyle shrines, but summoning of Exodus causes Isles of Fire to sink. Because of its pride, Magencia is destroyed by demons. Stranger comes back to Britannia and starts pilgrimage. Stranger becomes full 8 parts avatar. During his journey, he meets 8 companions: Maria, Yolo, Joffrey, Jenna, Julia, Dupree, Shamino, and Kasrina. The stranger finds Skull of Mundane. Recovering it causes creation of 3 volcanic islands, which causes 3 shards from Mundane's Gem of Immortality to get loose. Stranger opens Stygian Abyss by throwing Mundane's skull into it. Stranger becomes Avatar after reading Codex of Ultimate Wisdom, a book which holds one right and the true answer to any questions. Avatar returns home to Earth. An interdimensional being, Guardian, is created from personal aspects of the Stranger. He starts conquering and destroying worlds. There is not really a way I can show you the exact timelines of which world he conquers first, because he attacks a lot of worlds. In 60 BC, monks of Empas Abbey start making wine, best in Britannia. Between 60 BC and 137 BC, Great Council removes the Codex from the Void and moves it to the Isles of the Avatar. This event causes creation of the Underworld. Monsters break out from the Underworld, so Great Council seals the dungeons. Lake Generosity dries out, causing serious drought and creating a desert called Drylands. The city of Vesper is abandoned. In 103 BC, monks stop taking vow of silence. In 105 BC, July 12th, shipwright of Trinsic, Gendra, starts working on ship called Golden Hind. Wine trading merchant, last name Chandler, becomes very rich. I can deduce this happened because of the drought and Empas Abbey starting making great wine. He finances his son Erwald's pilgrimage, who becomes enlightened in virtues of honor, justice, valor, honesty, and spirituality. This made him ideal husband for impoverished nobleman's daughter, Barbara Jormsdottir, who herself was enlightened in virtue of spirituality. After marriage to Erwald Chandler, they build new hold on the family estate of Rosenjal, called Hawk's Nest, changing their last name to Ironhawk. Lord British commissions the writing of Book of Lore. Knight Segalon is attacked by a monster in his homeworld of Ashtalaria, accidentally falling through Moongate. In 136 BC, January 1, Ghosts are exorcised from ruins of Magensia. In March 12th, people from Vesper create new Magensia. In 137 BC, June 21st, Captain John's ship goes through the whirlpool and sinks into Underworld. In September 23rd, Captain John is manipulated by the shards from Gem of Immortality, killing his shipmates and spilling blood on the shard, which creates Shadowlords, 3 creatures of cowardness, hatred, and falsehood. On November 26, little girl aged 12 or 13 appears in Lyceum and gives Lord Shalinas prophecy about Avatar's return. At the end of her vision, she dies from unknown magical forces. On November 27th, Lord British travels to Underworld and leaves Lord Blackthorn as a regent. On December 1st, Lord British is captured by Shadowlords. Between 137 BC and 139 BC, Lord Blackthorn is manipulated by Shadowlords and declares martial law. He enforces the virtues by very cruel means. Avatar's companions are declared as traitors. Blackthorn goes after Great Consul. Jordan Howson, son of Lady Barbara, and Errol Ironhawk, along with his brother Daryl, childhood friend Alcia, and blacksmith's apprentice named Drummond, journey to find Alcia's brother Balsin, apprentice of Felispar, the member of Great Council. After finding him, they return to Hawk's Nest, where they encounter Lochgreen, the Inquisitor, and Shadowlord, Nosfantor. After killing Lochgreen, Jordan and Balsin set out to find Lord British. It is unknown what happened to them afterwards. Chuckles, the Jester, attempts to send Lord British's scepter to Lord Malone of Serpent Hold, but Courier is intercepted and killed by Shadowlords. In his prison, Lord British befriends a gargoyle, Sinvaral, and convinces him to switch sides. Sinvaral stops serving Shadowlord Asteros and moves to Drylands. Avatar's companions acquire help from Sir Arbuthnot, royal coinmaker, to create magical coin. In 137 BC, April 4th, Lord Shalinas completes Pass of Destiny, book to help Avatar during his journey. In April 5th, Yolo and Shamino use magical coin to summon Avatar. They are attacked by Shadowlords. Avatar and his companions manage to drive them away. Between 139 BC and 141, Avatar joins the rebels. Wizard Sutek tells Avatar truths about Shadowlords. Avatar meets Captain John and hears his story about Shadowlords. Using Flames of Virtue, Avatar destroys shards and Shadowlords along with them. Avatar rescues Lord British and returns to Earth. Lord Blackthorn is banished to Serpent Isles. Underworld starts collapsing and Gargoyle homeworld begins to vanish. In 150 BC, Captain Hawkins' ship is destroyed. The crew mutinies. The treasure from the ship is buried on the island of Spectron. The map is made, which is divided between 9 members of the crew. Sutek the Mage goes mad. He creates chimeras and other weird animals. In 155 BC, Cyclops named Iskander Ironheart is born. In 160 BC, Captain John goes to Hislos, where he meets Behlam, the Gargoyle. They become close friends. Island of Bordermarch sinks. Because of the collapse of their home world, gargoyles start attacking Britannia. Quentin is murdered by Michael in Skara Brae. In 161 BC, Knight Gertrand and his companions try to retake Shrine of Compassion from gargoyles. They are defeated, and Gertrand is gravely wounded. Gargoyles discover that destruction of the world is happening because Codex of Ultimate Wisdom was removed from the Void, and responsibility lies upon False Prophet. The Avatar. On July 4th, Gargoyle summon the Avatars through the Blue Moon Gates. They attempt to sacrifice him, but Avatar's companions save him. Avatar finds tablet of Gargoyle prophecy and deciphers it. In 163 BC, Avatar returns Codex to Void and negotiates peace between gargoyles and humans. Avatar returns home to Earth. Wisps contact Lord British and inform him of great disturbance in the world. Avatar is contacted by Lord British to investigate Obsidian Moonstone. Avatar travels to World of Eden, where he finds his friend, Warren Spector. Avatar discovers that colony of giant ants called Myrmidax are trying to destroy the world. He kills their queen and unifies tribes of Eden. Avatar and his friend, Warren Spector, return back to Earth. A mysterious woman visits Avatar and Warren Spector. She helps them to travel back in time to 1893 and fly to the Mars to save famous people of Victorian era. Avatar operates the Dream Machine to communicate with natives. Avatar creates metal bodies for Martians. Avatar travels to the dream world, meeting Shadowlords and defeating evil Raksachek. Avatar returns back to Earth alongside with Martians and famous people. Alright, let's go back to Britannia. In 163 BC, powerful mage named Penumbra goes to magical sleep, waiting for Avatar to wake her up. Terfin is founded by Gargoyle refugees on the spot of Blackthorn's old castle. In 170 BC, Gargoyle bands who do not wish to live in harmony with humans start attacking villages. Dupree convinces some of those groups to live life of honor. Michael is sentenced to death by High Court of Yu for murder of Quentin. In 172 BC, Iskander Ironheart fights and defeats 7 Geyser princes, earning the nickname Wonder Boy. In 173 BC, Sir Arthur Cabirus founds a town in the Isles of the Avatar. In 175 BC, Mordra comes to Britannia, leaving her home world of Pagan with her brother. Horans becomes a leech and builds Dark Tower. Trying to create Potion of the Leech, alchemist Cain accidentally causes the fire and destruction of Skara Brae. In 178 BC, colony in Stygian Abyss is built up. In 181 BC, Baron Almric finishes building of his fortress. In 193 BC, small colony of wingless gargoyles is established at Stonegate. In 195 BC, Mayor of Jellum attacks Stonegate, killing all the gargoyles. In 199 BC, January 17th, Allura, shipwright of New Magentia, starts building Aen's Revenge. In 207 BC, X-ray potion was outlawed because famous case of Peeping Tom. In 210 BC, Sir Arthur Cabirus passes away of old age. Citizens of colonies start to argue with each other, which causes colony to fall apart. Almric II seals doors to Stygian Abyss. In 227 BC, Daniel accidentally traps himself in the cave. In 250 BC, Bayman writes a book, Dwellers of the Serpent Isles. In 270 BC, 2 brothers, Tibble and Garamond, accidentally summon demon called Slasher of Veils. Garamond is murdered, but Slasher of Veils is trapped in the room. Almric III's daughter, Ariel, is kidnapped. Ghost of Garamond summons Avatar to defeat his brother. Avatar goes down to the Stygian Abyss, saving Baron's daughter and banishing Slasher of Veils. Volcanoes erupt and destroy Stygian Abyss. The inhabitants move to Dungeon Despise. Amalric abandons Isles of the Avatar. In 320 BC, feudal nobles of Britannia wage several wars. Man named Butlin fights in them. In 329 BC, Batlin goes to Britannia and becomes a bard. In 331 BC, Batlin meets two travelers, Abraham and Elizabeth. In 335 BC, Felcrodon proposes his famous theory. In 339 BC, Batlin visits Skara Brae. His encounter with Horens leaves him very disturbed. He starts hearing voices from an interdimensional being called Guardian. In 340 BC, Burnside becomes mayor of Minok. Well, this ends the second part of my video. A third part will come out shortly, and it's gonna be about Age of Armageddon. Thanks for watching, and have a wonderful day! And shout out to my brand new subscribers, Xenon and Joshua Holman. If you like my video, please like, share and subscribe. And don't forget to leave a comment. Thank you very much.